Hey guys, Supertecnoboff here, and I'm here with a quick little review of the new Twitter.com. So, really nice experience. Around a few weeks ago, I got asked if I would like to upgrade and try out the preview, which does have a few errors, but oh well. But yeah, I said yes, and I joined the new preview. Overall, it's very good. It's very fast. It's got a whole new design, some interesting new features, but it does have a few bugs. For example, I've noticed when you click on a tweet, I'll show you right now, you're presented with a nice drawer on the right. And yeah, that's all well and good, but sometimes some tweets have a YouTube video link in them. And when you click on the YouTube video and you try and play the YouTube video in this sort of drawer on the right here, it just freezes. It's really, really annoying. I don't know why it does this. It doesn't happen all the time. It's on a rare occasion, but it does happen sometimes. And I wish it wouldn't because it's really, really annoying. But hopefully they'll fix that. As I said, this is the preview, so there are obviously going to be some bugs and some errors with this version of Twitter.com. And hence why you do still get the option to leave the preview, because if you found that it didn't work properly for some reason, then you can always go back to the old version, which is tried, tested, and does work. So I'd like to come back to my point I said on early in this video, which is it's really quick. My god, it's certainly an improvement on the old Twitter.com. Now, before, if you scroll down a certain bit, you'll get presented with a more option, and if you click that, it will load more tweets. Now, as you scroll down, you're just presented with more and more tweets, and just generally notice how quick it is. It is really, really quick. It's certainly a lot faster than the old Twitter.com. As you can see here, I'm just scrolling down and it just loads really quickly. The old Twitter.com, you click more, you would wait a few seconds and eventually it would load. Not anymore, it's much, much faster. So I'm going to go right back to the top here. And you notice right now what happened in this black Twitter bar at the top. We've got a blue icon underneath the home button here. And what that means is that we've got new tweets awaiting which we haven't viewed. So here we get notified that I have 2 new tweets, and if I click on that, or 3, just before I said 2, 3 new tweets, and if we click on that, we get all our new tweets which we have missed. So that's a nice, interesting feature they've added. So it's new Twitter experience. It's more live. Before you just have to sort of refresh the page, or instead you just go and use a Twitter application. But now it's more live. It's faster, and what it means is that you're notified quicker when a new tweet is announced by certain people you're following, which is a nice feature. I like that feature because I do use Twitter quite a lot. So yeah, here we have some more tweets. We can click on one, and then we get taken to tweets. So now I'd like to talk about this sort of drawer which pops up on the right here. So this is, I think, pretty much being brought from the iPad version of this application of Twitter.com. Sorry. And what we get presented is information about the tweet. So we have the author of the tweet, the actual tweet itself, options to favorite, retweet, and reply to the tweet, and then we have more information about the tweet. So we have, for example, anybody who might have been mentioned in the tweet, anybody who replied to the tweet, and more tweets from the author himself or herself. I'm just going to quickly close this. There we go. So that's the drawer on the right. If we close the drawer, we will notice we have this sort of blue tab on the right here. Now, this has information about you. So it has your latest tweet, your icon, people you're following, people are following you, favorites listed, and you have things like trends and who to follow. Now, one feature I like to highlight is this who to follow feature. Once again, notice how fast that was. It was really, really quick. But yeah, who to follow is basically like a genius for Twitter.com. And what it does, it finds the main sort of types of people you follow on Twitter. So some people tweet about tech, some people tweet about other things. I personally like to follow people who tweet about tech, and people who talk about tech. So for me, a lot of the time, it suggests different people who have tech tweets, or tweets around applications like the Safari application, or tweets by, for example, Chilingo, who make Angry Birds for the iPhone and the iPod Touch. So it's a nice feature here, and now I've clicked on view all suggestions Just like, for example, even on Facebook as well, we can view more suggestions that Twitter has for us. And then with just a click on this plus button, we could just follow them, like so. Just going to check out who this is. Interesting. I'll check out this Twitter page later on. But once again, notice how fast that was. You know, before, that would have taken a few more seconds. Now it's just so much quicker, it's so much zippier. And I really, really like that. And one other thing I like to mention when talking about sort of performance is the fact that now we don't get any more of those annoying Twitter whales. You know, before when Twitter would overload, you know, there'd just be so many people using it that the service would just overload and crash. Well, now I must say, ever since I've been using Twitter, the new Twitter.com, I haven't had any of those errors. Now, having said that, I have had a few errors where the new Twitter.com has crashed, and that is really annoying. I really wish it wouldn't do that. But once again, this is the preview, and hopefully they'll fix it by the time they release it to everybody on Twitter. So now I'd like to try and find a tweet with a YouTube video. So let's just go down and try and find one. Notice a tweet by Geeknoids, a tech review on YouTube. Hopefully, if I can find that. Here we go. Here's Geeknoids, and he's recently, or 2 hours ago, he put a tweet, and it was a tweet about a recent video he had uploaded to his YouTube channel. So this time we get linked to the tweet to the YouTube video itself, but unlike before, we can actually just view the YouTube video in a tweet, which saves time, and it's a nice new feature to add as well. Oh great, it's crashed. Yeah, this is a problem about the new Twitter.com. I really don't know why, but it does crash. Alright, let's just go. Oh, this is so annoying. Just a second, guys. I'll be back with you in a second. Alright, guys. Well, I had to actually quit Safari and enter Safari again. Now, I don't know if this is a problem with Safari or with Twitter.com or some sort of compatibility issue with Safari and Twitter.com, but for some reason, every now and then it just crashes when I try and play a video in a tweet. So hopefully, Twitter, if you could just fix this bug, please, it would be nice. But anyway, now that I've logged back in, I can actually play the video again. So here's a video by Geeknoids, and as you can see, it works perfectly in the tweet itself. Alright, well, that proves my point about how you can use the inbuilt YouTube feature in Twitter.com. Well, I could go on and just preview more and more features about the new Twitter.com, but I don't really have time for that. So this has sort of been my sort of mini little review of some of the features about the new Twitter.com. If you get offered the chance to check out the new Twitter.com, I would really recommend trying it. You might like it. And remember, you always get the option up here in the options menu up here to leave the preview at any time if you wish, because obviously it does have some errors. Some things don't always work perfectly yet. But yeah, I would recommend it. Go and try out, see what it's like, especially if you use Twitter a lot. It's a great new experience. It's much faster, really nice new design, and I like some of the new features they've added to it. Alright guys, well this has been my review of the new Twitter.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.